turning 100. Contrary to popular opinion, it's not about me. Madam Toastmaster, fellow Toastmasters, and of course our guests. The Boy Scouts of America are turning 100 years old this year. Is there anybody in the room who has been associated with Boy Scouts or has been a Boy Scout, an Eagle Scout? Oh, great. Because then I hope you're going to enjoy this. I'm going to give you a brief overview of, I have had the pleasure of being the contingent chairman for the National Jamboree contingent from the Detroit Area Council in Michigan for the last 3 jamborees. So that encompasses somewhere in the neighborhood of 9 to 12 years. Because National Jamboree happens every 4 years. So I'm just going to give you a brief overview of the Jamboree because I think it's one of the finest things that our young people can do. And I don't imagine that there's too many people that know what goes on at a National Jamboree. It's held at Fort A.P. Hill, which is near Fredericksburg, Virginia, which is near our capital and Civil War sites, so that the boys can go and tour those areas. The Fort A.P. Hill has 76,000 acres of land. They are run by the U.S. Army and many organizations and armed services. The Navy, the Air Force train there, the CIA, the FBI, there's all kinds of things going on there. National Jamboree uses 3,000 of those 76,000 acres. And if you can imagine Virginia rolling green hills and it's dawn on a Monday morning. Rolling green hills, a little fog, very hot, very humid. By 5 p.m. Monday afternoon, those hills are a city of 43,000 plus scouts and leaders. It goes up in a matter of 8 to 10 hours. They come in buses, trucks, vans, however they get there, from all over the country and some from out of the country. We do have a few international scouts that do come to our Jamboree. They put up their tents, they put up their gateways, and by 5 o'clock, in time to get dressed and ready to do their dinners, it is a city of 43,000 young people. It is a city. It has a post office. These are all things that come with the Jamboree. They're not there all year. They are all put in one day. The post office. It has a national exhibits. It has concessions. It has fire and police. It has internet, telephones, all kinds of areas where they can do conservation things, because everything at Jamboree is recycled. Doesn't matter, even the dishwater is recycled. It will be the greenest Jamboree ever this year. It has been at Fort A.P. Hill for since 1937, and there's been 16 Jamborees, actually since 1981. There's been 16 Jamborees since 1937. The boys come, we start as a committee and leadership. We start 3 years prior to the Jamboree, and we pick our leadership. They have to be interviewed, they have to come for interviews, they have to apply, just like you would for a job. They have to have all the qualifications. Then, after the leadership is picked and the committee is picked, they start with recruiting the scouts from all over the area. These boys are recruited even though they know they're not going, because they have to have time to earn the money that it takes to go. It costs $1,500 for a scout to go to Jamboree. We do have some camperships, but $1,500 in a city such as ours and an economy such as ours is a lot of money. They run fundraisers, they do whatever they need to do to help earn their monies, and hopefully the parents can afford part of it. I have to tell you that when you go to Jamboree and you're walking through this city, it is amazing. There are 18,000 tents, all colors. Most of the sub-camps, each contingent has their own sub-camp and it's set up. And if you go up to their sub-camp, you have to ask permission to enter, and they have to give you permission to enter. They prepare their own food, breakfast and dinner. They do give them lunch because all day long the boys go out. There's a midway center for merit badges. There will be 100 booths manned by both professionals and staff so that the boys can work on their merit badges, find out what merit badges there are. You can't see this very well, but this will give you an idea. The merit badge midway has 100 booths, and there's 100 merit badges that they can earn in scouting. So they can go work on their merit badges there. The exhibits are national and local, and they are all kinds of things. Companies, national companies come in. There's a national exhibit area where there's all kinds of tents and booths set up. Professionals come in and they talk to the boys and the girls about things that they normally wouldn't have the chance to do. We tour the boys in Washington, D.C. 2 days prior. We leave here on a Friday night. And the last day of the event, there is an arena show where all 43,000 plus all guests and visitors come. The President of the United States will show up and he will talk because he is the official leader of the Boy Scouts of America. He takes that oath shortly after he takes the oath of office for the presidency of the United States on the same day within hours. We gather the boys at a departure in Dearborn. The buses pull in. The families bring the boys. They must dress in their dress uniforms to travel. There's all kinds of discipline. And at the camp, when they get there, there's anything from swimming to horseback riding to arts and sciences to anything they want to do, and their days are just full. Trading patches. They have designed their own patches. And Grandma Jean stands when all the boys get on the buses and the doors are shut and they're pulling out, and I wave goodbye and I cry. I don't know one boy from another as far as the boys themselves go. Their leadership does. But I'm crying because this is so wonderful. And the last night of Jamboree at the arena show, there are 43,000 boys sitting on the side of a hill with a candle singing God Bless America. It's a quick overview. I could talk a lot longer about it. But you can go to the Jamboree site and look it up. It's BSA Jamboree, and it's really an amazing thing. And I've been happy to tell you just a little bit. So they're turning 100, I'm not.